the human, the powerful, mystery, and rational creator in this planet. On the religious history, the first humans were Adam and Eve, the first man and woman, respectively, created by God. Adam, the first man, created by God in Genesis 1 and 2. Eve, the first woman, created from Adam's rib. And on the other hand, science explained about human revolution says science refers to the theory that a sudden, dramatic genetic change around millions of years ago allowed humans to develop complex thinking and communication abilities, marking a significant leap in human evolution. And both religious and scientists believe the same things humans create different history. Whatever, human created different history, and still creating. They're our oldest country in the world. They had great histories like Egypt, Iran, India, China, Ethiopia, Palestinian and Israel, and Maya in South America, and many countries. So today we try to show the history, culture of Ethiopia. Ethiopia boasts a rich and ancient history, with roots stretching back to prehistoric times and the emergence of early civilizations in the region, including the Kingdom of DMT. It's known for its unique cultural heritage, including the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, and its status as the only African country to never be colonized. The Bible mentioned Ethiopia 37 times in the Old Testament, and in the other page, Psalm 68, verse 31 states, "Princes shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto God," which is another prominent biblical reference to Ethiopia. Science and archaeologist discoveries in Ethiopia of far sites have garnered specific fossil evidence of early human succession, including the hominins Australopithecus afarensis 3.2 million years ago and Ardipithecus ramidus 4.4 million years ago. The emergence of Ethiopian civilization dates back thousands of years. Abyssinia, or rather, Zaethiopia, was ruled by the Semitic Abyssinians, or Abesha, composed mainly of the Amhara, Tigrayans, and the Cushitic Agaw, in the eastern escarpment of the Ethiopian highlands and more. So the lowlands were the home of the Harari or Harla that founded sultanates such as Ifit and Adal and the Afars. In the central and south were found the ancient Sidama and Semitic Gurage, among others. One of the first kingdoms to rise to power in the territory was the Kingdom of DMT in the 10th century BC, which established its capital at Yeha. In the 1st century AD, the Aksumite kingdom rose to power in the modern Tigray region with its capital at Aksum and grew into a major power on the Red Sea, subjugating South Arabia and Meroe and its surrounding areas. Did you know Ethiopian is the royal family of King Solomon? Yes, the Queen of Sheba, a powerful and wealthy ruler, traveled to Israel to meet King Solomon, renowned for his wisdom, and test his abilities with riddles and questions, a story found in the Bible and elaborated upon in Jewish, Islamic, and Ethiopian traditions. The Queen of Sheba, called Makeda, visited Solomon's court after hearing about his wisdom, stayed and learned from him for 6 months, became pregnant, and returned to her kingdom where she bore Solomon a son, Menelik, who was made king by his father, thus founding the royal Solomonic dynasty of Ethiopia. And most of the people believe that the Ark of Covenant is found in Ethiopia. Menelik, the first, the son of Solomon, brought the Ark with him to the city of Aksum, and, with the Ark at his side, he later conquered a number of surrounding territories for what would become the Ethiopian Empire. The Kebra Negas and its account of the Ark are major parts of Ethiopia's national history. Orthodox Christianity, 60% of Ethiopia are Orthodox. Ethiopia accepted Christianity by eunuch, a key figure in the New Testament, is recounted in Acts 8, verses 26 to 40, where he is converted to Christianity after meeting and conversing with Philip the Evangelist. Islam in Ethiopia dates back to the founding of the religion. In 615, when a group of Muslims were counseled by Muhammad to escape persecution in Mecca and migrate to the kingdom of Aksum, which was based in Ethiopia and which was ruled by Najashi, a pious Christian king. 31.5% of population is Muslim. The oldest mosque, the Al-Najashi Mosque in Negash, Tigray region, Ethiopia, is considered one of the oldest mosques in Africa, established after 615 CE, when Muslims migrated to Abyssinia. Aksum, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1980, Aksum is sacred, as Jerusalem, old as Rome and historical as Constantinople, is an exceptional place in Ethiopia. Considered the beacon of Ethiopian Christianity, Aksum is a mirror of the glorious period of Ethiopia. The most iconic feature of Aksum are the massive monolithic stelae, some reaching up to 33 meters or 108 feet in length. Abuna Yemida Church. Abuna Yemida GUH was built in honor of one of the 9 saints of the Ethiopian Church, Abuna Yemida, in recognition of his work in helping to spread Christianity around the country during the late 5th century. Inaccessible for centuries, the site lay undisturbed due to its remote location, visited only by wandering monks and devout Christians. This seclusion allowed much of the artwork found inside to remain in near pristine condition. The paintings found within the church date back to the 15th century and feature intricate patterns, religious iconography, and depictions of 9 of the 12 apostles. They were painted with materials derived from flowers, minerals, and fruits found within the local area. Lalibela Rock Church. In its center lies a unique complex of 11 churches cut out of living rock some 800 years ago. Their construction is traditionally attributed to King Lalibela, approximately 1181 to 1221, of the Zagwe dynasty, who attempted to create a new Jerusalem on African soil, accessible to all Ethiopians. Even the names of Lalibela's features echo those of Jerusalem: the River Jordan, the Church of Golgotha, and the Tomb of Adam. The churches are still used for daily worship and special ceremonies, receiving pilgrims and large crowds during holidays such as Christmas and Easter. The churches were carved from solid rock, with no use of bricks, mortar, or wood, a feat of engineering that continues to baffle modern archaeologists. Fasilides Palace. The Fasilides Palace complex is renowned for its unique blend of architectural styles. It combines elements of traditional Ethiopian architecture with influences from Portuguese, Indian, and Ottoman designs, reflecting the diverse cultural exchanges of the period. The structures include grand castles, churches, and baths, all set within a fortified enclosure. The Bath of Fasilides. This large rectangular pool is used during the Timkat Festival Epiphany, when thousands of pilgrims gather for a ceremonial bath. The pool, surrounded by high walls, showcases the complex's sophisticated water management system. The Debre Baran Selassie Church. Located within the palace grounds, this church is famous for its stunning ceiling paintings depicting angels and biblical scenes. It is a prime example of Ethiopian ecclesiastical art and architecture. Harar, a walled Muslim city in eastern Ethiopia, boasts a rich history, serving as a capital of the Harari Kingdom, a center of trade and Islamic learning, and later becoming an independent emirate before integration into Ethiopia in 1887. From 1520 to 1568, Harar served as a capital of the Harari Kingdom. Menelik II, king of Shua and later emperor of Ethiopia, conquered Harar in 1887. Harar Jagol, the fortified historic town, was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2006. The amazing thing in Harar at night's a unique tradition involves hyena men, feeding wild hyenas nightly outside the city walls, a practice rooted in centuries of coexistence and believed to protect the city from harm. The hyena feeding ritual has become a popular tourist attraction, with visitors often participating in the feeding process. Epiphany. Epiphany is celebrated as Timkat, a vibrant festival commemorating the baptism of Jesus Christ in the Jordan River, and is a UNESCO-recognized intangible cultural heritage. Meaning of Timkat. Timkat is a Guizi word meaning immersion in water, referring to the baptism of Jesus. The celebration starts on the eve of the main festival on January 18th and continues on January 19th. Timkat is an important part of Ethiopian culture and tradition, reflecting the deep-rooted faith and spirituality of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. The victory of Adwa. Every year on March 1st, Ethiopia and Africa mark the victory of the Battle of Adwa, in which Emperor Menelik II mobilized ill-equipped youth army of peasants, artisans, women, and volunteers from all walks of life and ethnicity to repel Italian aggressors, which received the blessings of the colonial powers in the scramble for Africa, in line with the resolutions of the Berlin Conference 1884 to 1885. Ethiopia was treacherously tricked and forced into a war with Italian colonialists due to the fact that Italy deliberately created a difference in meaning between the Amharic version and the Italian text of Article 17 of the Treaty of Wuchel, which forces Ethiopia to conduct any foreign relations with other countries only through the Italian government. The Battle of Adwa, which took place on March 1st. 1896 runs across the annals of both Ethiopian and African history as the first victory of black Africa against a European colonial power. The victory of Adwa immediately ignited global resistance against colonialism in Black Africa and anti-colonial movements across the globe. The spirit of Pan-Africanism was born. The food, Ethiopian food injera, a staple of Ethiopian cuisine, serves as a perfect base for a variety of flavorful dishes. Doro was a beloved dish in Ethiopian cuisine, known for its rich, spicy flavors. Tibs is a popular and versatile dish in Ethiopian cuisine that can be prepared with various types of meat. Bayanatu is a popular Ethiopian dish that offers a variety of flavors in one platter. It is the first country that invented coffee to the world. Ethiopian calendar. In Ethiopia, the birth year of Jesus Christ is recognized as 7 or 8 years later than Gregorian or Western calendar, which was introduced by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582. According to experts, the Roman Church adjusted its calculation in 500 CE, while the Ethiopian Orthodox Church opted to stick to the ancient dates. Although much of the rest of the world went on to adopt the Gregorian calendar, Ethiopia has kept its own. So today, 2025, but in Ethiopia 2017, an Ethiopian has 13 months that don't have 31 days or 29 days in their months. And they call 13, or the last month of the year, Pwakwia. This month have 5 days, and within 4 years that changed 6 days. Ethiopian New Year calling Kudatash. When Ethiopian New Year, Kemu shows flowers, and that's beginning of summer. It's some of Ethiopian amazing things we show. If you want to know another country, please write on the comment section. And please subscribe and share to your other friends. We deliver knowledge